Finally, Arsenal 3, Benfica 2. A crazy game. So crazy. I thought we had lost the tie. I thought we were never going to go through. And I was absolutely fuming. But finally we have gone through. And this is your match reaction. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. We're going to be discussing much of what actually transpired in the game, what it means for me and for Arsenal, because I think if we had lost this because of Dani Ceballos, two mistakes from Dani Ceballos almost cost us a game, 90 minutes. But I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Bukayo Saka, and Kieran Tierney, top performers from the captain, top performance from Bukayo Saka, always delivering when you need him. And of course, Kieran Tierney, I always said it, we miss him a lot. There are things you cannot get from someone who is playing out of position like Cedric in the left wing. And I think all my predictions came true. Bring in Thomas Partey, make that midfield step where you're gonna beat Benfica. Put in Martin Odegaard in front of Thomas Partey. What he did is to play Emile Smith-Rowe, Xhaka, and David Luiz, and everything was a mess. And Benfica almost actually knocked us out. But it was a beautiful performance. Well, one of the things I've seen is character, and I'm gonna say this is one of the things I really do not see with Arsenal. Character. You are a goal down. Actually, we were 2 goals down because when Benfica leveled, that meant we could go to penalties. But when they actually got the second goal, that meant we needed 2 goals. We needed to overturn the result to 3-2, which we beautifully did through Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Kieran Tierney. So the character was there, and I think it's something that you need in such cups. It's something that you need in such tournaments. You're always going to be very, very challenged. On a couple of occasions, you're always going to be, you're always gonna find yourself a goal down or 2 goals down. But you don't give up because cups are cups, and you always have to fight until the end. I think Mikel Arteta is going to be very, very proud, and I'll do his press conference reaction and see what he's going to really talk about, especially Bukayo Saka. What a performance from the young lad. He's the first person we need to talk about, in this game. Bukayo Saka setting up the first goal in such a beautiful, prolific way, very professional, and we were lucky, of course. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was inches onside. Just 1 second or half a second he would have been offside. But I think Bukayo Saka's performance is becoming bigger, greater, better, nicer, day in, day out, match in, match out. He's becoming that kind of player that is a little bit more reliable. This game, you need someone to get a hallelujah, and he gets 2 hallelujahs actually for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who I'll also give a lot of credit later. But I think Saka, 19 years of age, he's a teenager, and he's involved himself in 8 goals in the Europa League in the past for the past 2 seasons, this one and the last season. So you could see how different he is as a player, how much he has developed as a player, and how much he is important to Arsenal as a player. And I think this is very, very key to our performances. But I also talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the 2 goals scored, that was very prolific. Because if you ask me, how many chances did Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang get on goal today? The truth is, I think he got 2 chances on goal, and he converted them. And this is what we've always been saying. You need such a player. You need a player like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a player who can get 2 chances and convert them when you need it. When you need such a performance. He's done it. He's done that before in the final against Chelsea, scoring. The chance he got, he put it away. In the semi-finals against Manchester City in the FA Cup last season, gets 2 chances, buries them, and he buries 2 chances against Benfica. Although he missed a sitter, but I think he has actually done what he had to do in this game. So it was a beautiful performance, and I think I just pray he gets his spark again, score in 5 consecutive games. That will actually help him a lot. It's something that he needs as a player. It's something that he needs to to get as a player. He needed that brace. He needed a hat trick. He couldn't score one, but I think that was very beautiful. The other player I was very impressed with is Kieran Tierney. I think Tierney has also had a very nice game, very good game. the cross at half time, he was a little bit sloppy. I'm gonna say that, and the crosses he was bringing in were a little bit not on point. You know, not beating the first man, not beating the second man in defense. But you could see what he did in the second half. We tried to press Benfica and press them and press them, and he came up with such a beautiful goal. So I also think Tierney got that brilliant performance, and I think he put it in there. Bellerin, I was disappointed. That's the truth. I think I was disappointed by Bellerin. The chances he has to create, he can't. He always opts to go backwards. You know, if you have a fullback who's afraid of going forward, then he limits your chances, he limits your options of going forward and scoring goals. And I think we don't get much from Hector Bellerin when it comes to scoring goals and creating chances. Today, I've already seen we've been playing on the left side of the pitch, but Bellerin trying to getting all that space, but what did he use it for? Absolutely nothing. Ceballos committed two unfortunate mistakes, because I think for the second goal, he's trying to head that ball back to Ban Leno, but he mistimes the distance, and then Benfica actually get a very free goal, and they go ahead. The first goal, I can't really blame him for that free kick. I'm gonna blame him because that is a penalty. That's a foul that you don't actually give in such in such a distance. It was very scary, and they did convert. So I think many Arsenal fans are fuming at Dani Ceballos, and they are saying just go back to Real Madrid and so on. But I think I might blame him onto the first goal, but the second goal, I think he was trying to get that ball back to Ban Leno, and then he mistimed the distance. So I might not blame him so much. Although if we had lost, I would be fuming. I'd blame him so much, and I would actually be cursing and doing everything that you want to think of. But because we have won the game, I just want to sit back and reflect onto them onto the two mistakes. If he had let the player go past him on the first goal and we conceded, all of us would be like, is he crazy? Is ball watching? How can you let a player go past you like that? Then on the second goal, I think he's in a position where he's under pressure, and he thinks I can resort back to Leno, but Leno is not yet, is not that close, and I think that was the problem. But overall, I think it was a very good performance from Arsenal, especially in the second half. One negative point I have to say, and I cannot leave it out, is we've got to start controlling games and getting fruits out of the game. We controlled this game in the first half. It went 1-1. We controlled the game in the second half and we won it. And this is one of the things we need to learn, to teach ourselves. Kill off games in the first half. Kill off games at halftime. Benfica were absolutely non-existent, not in the game. We were so clear of Benfica, very clear of them in the first half. But you know what? They pulled one back. It happened with Aston Villa. It happened with Wolves. What the hell is going on? Why can't we just take our chances? Why don't we just wake up and start scoring those goals at halftime? Kill off games and do whatever you have to do. But now we are in the round of 16. Hard work is still on. The hard work is still on. If you're going to win this title, you have to beat the round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and probably a final. So we have 4 stages to go in the Europa League if we are going to be champions. And Mikel Arteta is very good at beating clubs out of competitions. Of course, we know he's done it in his first campaign at Arsenal. Who says he can't do it again? My name is Gossi. Smash a like on this video, and I'll speak to you in the next one.